Hi everyone, this is Jenny Garcia, and in this video I'm going to use the new stamps from Everyday Explorers. We have new prompts and I love this kind of stamp. I think this is my third set. We have one for coffee, and also it has tea options and book options too. And this one is perfect for Project Life. It's for every week and every month, and you can also use it for planners. And the layout that I'm going to be working on was the last normal week technically. That was the week where they announced that schools would be going virtual and everything was going to close. So even though my daughter's photos of her walking home are like regular photos, it's actually the last time she walked home from the bus stop because they spent a whole year virtual and we also moved, so they didn't ride the bus again. And I have a bunch of cards. I have mix of Studio Calico, Kelly Perky. Some of them are just pattern papers that are cut into a 4x6. I think the one at the bottom, I cut that out because I was going to use it for another layout, and then I changed my mind, so I kept it in my pile, and I ended up using it as a card. And that one that says Happy Note is an ancient card from Michael's. When Project Life got really big, they made a few sets. So that one is from Michael's. The yellow one, it's the one that says Let Me Tell You a Story. It's from a very old kit from Freckle Fawn. And then I'm just going to use a regular pattern to mat one of the photos because a few of the photos are squares, and then I have one that is, I would say the dimensions are 9 by 16, but of course it's not 9 by 16. It's just a screenshot of a conversation I was having with my friends. And this was before I got the Mini Bookmakers Club kit, because in the other layouts that I'm going to be showing, I'm going to use that kit. Here I was just using stuff from my stash. So I have a bunch of items that I put together in this Antonia's tray, and then I just keep adding stuff to it. If I find not like labels or stickers that I like and I think that would go well with the kit, then I add them too, and that's what I'm going to be using for the next few months. Those labels are from Citrus Twist Kits, the one that says notes and the blue one, and I'm going to keep looking for a smaller one to add the stamp dates. But I do love the one that says this week. I think that's going to be my favorite stamp on this set, though. I like the other ones a lot, and I also like the one from the Mini Book Makers Club kit. It's really awesome, especially for people that do Project Life, or if you're doing memory planning. I love how memory planning looks, but I still like a bigger size of photos. Like in my house, we're out of the 4 people that live here, 3 of us wear glasses, so I as much as I love the format, I don't want to use something way too tiny. And I'm using this Stays On ink, and off camera I have my Lawn Fawn chamois, which I don't like to put on camera because it looks really gross, even though I wash it every time I finish using it. It's just stain from all the inks I've used, but I love it. It's awesome. It dries on its own, so it's like a ShamWow. Pretty sure if you buy a ShamWow and you cut it in a few pieces, it's kind of the same, but I didn't know that before I bought it. I still don't regret it. It's a really good one. And even though it looks like a dog bit it, it still works really well. And I'm just going to layer a few labels because I wanted to add the number and I want to stamp the date. And I'm going to use the Tombow Mono Air Touch Adhesive to glue everything together, which I recommend if you have arthritis or carpal tunnel syndrome or anything like that where your hand movements are very limited. It's great because it just glides. And that label is actually from Citrus Twist Kits 2. I have a little organizer where I have a bunch of labels, and then I have a smaller one, an organizer that I got from Dollar Tree, and I've shown it many times. You can see it in my Instagram feed in one of my reels. And it's perfect for when you want to add some die cuts from some collections, but not all of them. Or if you have pieces, if you die cut it yourself, things that you print and cut with your silhouette or your Cricut. And I feel like I went through it. It looks like I did a lot on this card because it took me a while to make. I think I don't know how to say it, like out of shape because I hadn't made a Project Life spread in a while. So the first one always takes me a while to get used to the rhythm. When it comes to this kind of processes, I have a very short memory, and it always takes me a few minutes to go back into the rhythm. But I'm pretty happy, and I love all the colors and the card and in this layout. If you're new to my channel, I love colors. I could, edit myself down a little bit, and I try, but it never really works out. I'm going to be using more, but actually that one I believe is from L Studio, and that little dish I have some things that Leilani sent me. If you haven't seen Leilani and Leilani's channel, it's amazing. She's so talented. We did a swap a few months ago, and that's something that I want to do this year again. It's just that first of all, I needed to finish December Daily, and then I did, and I wanted to work on my own stuff a little bit before I go into another collaboration. So in the next few months, you'll probably see another one. And I love this photo. It's just I drew a silly face on my daughter's hand, and I put some googly eyes, but I use an adhesive runner, so it's not like it doesn't hurt her hand or anything, or it doesn't stay too stuck. And one thing that I love having in my little kit is having some puffy stickers. I have some from Amy Tangerine that I have like only a third left, and I want to use the whole thing, but I don't know, it's like very random things. It's like a lemon and a shoe and stuff like that. And I've been obsessed with these stickers, which I got from Target. I think you can get it either in the greeting card section or the party favor section. And this is the card that I said it's from Freckle Fawn. I always use the Tombow Mono eraser on my stamps when they're new. That way I can prep them and they stamp really well. A trick I got from the very awesome, and I miss her so much, Kelly Perky. I loved her videos. It's so sad that she hasn't been able to upload them anymore, but at least she's still creating, so that's pretty awesome. And that day we're at the parking to get our order our groceries picked up from Walmart, and you could see the parking letter, and we got coffee and stuff from Starbucks. This was like the last day to do all the errands before everything closed, and I had the girls every single day. Not a big fan of grocery shopping, so the fact that we can get them picked up and delivered, it's awesome. And I wanted to add this little stamp in the photo, but I didn't know how, so I just took a random scrap piece of photo paper, matte photo paper, and I stamp on it, and it looks really awesome. You can also, if you like buying digital stamps, you can make a file with your silhouette with Photoshop, and you can use punches. You can cut it out. You can cut them with your Cricut or your silhouette. I have a few in my queue that I want to cut. I'm the kind of person that if I'm going to work on my silhouette, that's all I'm going to do in a day. And I don't cut one little thing. I'm like, okay, no, I've had these few things on my queue for a while. So that's all I'm going to do today. And if you're a tea drinker, there's also options for tea in the stamp set. And I'm going to have the items I use linked below, the ones that can still be found. Most of them are affiliate links. You don't have to use them, but they do help a lot. And that way it's just easier for you to look for where you want to buy. And here I kind of made a mistake, and I decided to leave it on to show you. A lot of people ask me about stamping on photos, and it depends on the paper that you buy. I use the Canon Glossy 2 to print my photos, and it's a great paper to stamp on. Before that, I used to get my prints from Shutterfly, and their paper is very glossy. It could get smudged easily. So here, instead of stamping today first and then trying to like put story underneath in a way that it was like pleasant to the eye, I was still gonna try to make it, but I wasn't sure, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to stamp it on a label and then glue it on the photo, which is something that you can do if you haven't tried stamping on a photo. Make sure you do it in a place where you can fix it with a label, that you can put something else on top, a sticker, something that you can cover. That way you don't ruin your photo. And I'm not covering anything really important with the label, so that works out well for me. And I'm going to add yet another little puffy sticker. And I was trying to go very simple, but I still like to add stamps to at least half of the photos. Something that I really enjoy, and this one grabbed on really well. But I love it because the quality was so crisp, and the circle wasn't, when the background looks kind of muddy and the colors mix, and it's not, it looks like I printed that on the photo paper along with the photo. Yeah, now I just noticed that I did use a lot of cat stickers from the puffy stickers, and my daughter was wearing a cat shirt. Although she loves cats, she always has something cat related. Like the hat she has is a Pusheen hat, but it doesn't have to totally match. And I love that stamp too. This happened today. It's something that you can use with your planner or with a layout. Just really simple. And this is the conversation that I was having with my friends, and I was like, I know that I have to use the inside joke stamp that comes in the prompts, and I wanted to use a peach color that I got eons ago. It's from I don't know if it's from the Messy box. I got it from Studio Calico, and I like how it looked on the card, but I also wanted to stand out a little bit and not just blend into the background. So that's why I use the label. And then that little bit of black inspired me to use some black alphas to write kind of my title for that little card. And the inside joke is, I don't know if you've seen the show 90 Day Fiance, but there was this guy who used to call a lady like baby girl Lisa or like my baby love. And we started joking with that. And one of the girls was like, oh my God, please stop. And that was really funny. And like, I was laughing so hard that I got like, my stomach was hurting. So I took a screenshot, and I'm just going to use the alphas and this little ruler that comes in the Tombow Fudenosuke brush pen, the single packs. It's supposed to be used to write Japanese calligraphy, but it's perfect for, organizing your alpha stickers. And it's also super thin, so you can keep it inside your planner if you're the kind of person that uses alpha stickers for their bullet journaling or their planners. I think Renee Day from the DIY Day, I think it's her Instagram, uses stickers a lot. She makes beautiful planner spreads and bullet journal spreads if you're into that kind of thing. And I think she has a YouTube channel too, but YouTube is weird and they never recommend me stuff that I'm subscribed to. It's so weird. So if you haven't subscribed and use the little bell, I suggest that you do, because that's the only way. Otherwise, it's just weird at soft commercials on YouTube. And this is a box that I used to get, a subscription box from Loot Crate. If you're a fellow nerd out there, stay away from Loot Crate. They will steal your money. They will send things months later, like to the point that the late crate thing is actually a hashtag because everyone gets their crates late, which is sad because they have really good ones. That one that I took a photo, that's one of my favorite shirts that I received from them, but their service is awful. It's terrible. And they're like, oh, we can't ship it yet because issues at the warehouse and at shipping, and then COVID happened, and that was like their favorite excuse. So just awful. And this is a photo I took of my daughter's tiny feet. She loves cuddling in our bed. And I think it's black and white because the lighting was awful, so it was probably not the greatest photo, but I love the photo. And from stamping with white ink, I used the Brilliance ink pad from Sukineko. It's the best one, and at least most people recommend that. It works perfect with this kind of paper. And this is my little niece. I like to take the photos that my sister posts on Instagram and add them to my album. Since I live so far away, I don't get to see them. So that's the closest I can get. And that's how my kids know their cousins, their photos. I have a bunch of sticker sheets in this little kit, quote unquote. And they're just things that I want to use and I want to be done with. I have a whole little dish of these tiny hearts. I often look through my scraps, and if I have something that it's very small but it's really cute, I use it for that. And I try to pick colors that work with the kit to keep them in one little corner of that organizer, which is the one that I get from Dollar Tree. And this card is a Studio Calico card, and here I'm going to write all my journaling. So first I'm using the weekly and review stamps, and I've learned from my mistakes, so I'm going to use the the review word first and then the cursive weekly on top. And it looks so nice. I don't know, it's aesthetically pleasing. And I love the little arrow too, which can work also with the prompt stamps. And those little face stickers are from a Project Life digital kit, and I just use my Silhouette and my Canon to print and cut. And this is another square photo that I'm going to have to put on a 4x6 card, which I don't mind. I actually like it because then you get like a little space to, add embellishments. And this was like a board game sort of thing that my daughter made. It's a battle arena for bugs. I never really fully got the point of it, but yeah. And I'm trying to layer some embellishments next to the photos. And again, I'm going to use the little hearts, and I've been really trying to use those L Studio rainbow stickers, but I don't know, maybe it's one of those things that you don't want to use them because then you'll run out. Maybe I'm doing that, subconsciously. But every time I try to use them, like, it doesn't really work out. And these little word stickers are from Pretty Little Studio, and I absolutely love them. Those are from Tales and Dreams, I believe it's the name of that kit. I also use some from Sunny Memories, and I don't know if that one is still available, but if you love the really tiny word stickers, you should check out the Pretty Little Studio website. There's a lot of little hearts in this card. I didn't notice it until that. And this is the whole layout. I also have some photos of drawings that my daughter made. And I'm going to show you a close-up. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. And leave me a comment. If you have any questions, or if you want to know more about the Everyday Explorers kit or the stamps. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're having an amazing day. Bye.